1. Not all fighters are full-time pros. A lot of people assume every MMA fighter trains full-time and makes a living from fighting alone. The truth? Many fighters, even those competing in well-known promotions, hold down regular jobs alongside their fighting careers. Some work as delivery drivers, fitness coaches, personal trainers, or even in offices with 9-to-5 schedules. This is because MMA paychecks, especially for those not headlining events, often aren't enough to cover living expenses and training costs. Training at a high level demands huge time commitments and expensive coaching, but fighters still need to pay rent and bills. Balancing a full-time job with the brutal demands of MMA training takes insane dedication and time management. This grind is why so many fighters earn massive respect. They aren't just athletes, they're real-life hustlers grinding day and night for their dreams. 2. Weight cutting can be seriously dangerous. Almost every fan knows fighters cut weight before a fight to qualify for their weight class. What many don't realize is how extreme and dangerous this process can be. Fighters sometimes shed up to 20 pounds or more within 24 to 48 hours by severely dehydrating themselves. This includes restricting water intake, sweating out fluids in saunas or hot baths, and sometimes using diuretics. The body goes through huge stress, causing dizziness, fainting, kidney strain, and in some cases, life-threatening complications. Some fighters admit the weight cut is even tougher mentally and physically than the fight itself. Cutting too much weight or too fast can reduce performance, slow reaction time, and put a fighter's health at serious risk. Despite the risks, weight cutting is considered necessary to compete at a competitive advantage. However, it remains one of MMA's most controversial and harsh realities. 3. Fighters often train in multiple disciplines. MMA isn't just one fighting style, it's a complex mix of several martial arts combined. Most fighters don't rely on just one skill. Instead, they cross-train extensively. Typical disciplines include Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for ground fighting and submissions, wrestling for takedowns and control, Muay Thai and boxing for striking, and Judo, throws and grappling. Mastering multiple arts is essential because fights can switch from stand-up striking to grappling on the ground in seconds. A fighter who's only good at striking or only good at wrestling will struggle at the highest level. This means fighters spend hours every day drilling different techniques, conditioning, sparring, and learning how to seamlessly transition between styles. The versatility and adaptability needed are mind-blowing and separate champions from amateurs. 4. Not every fight is decided by knockouts or submissions. When fans watch MMA, the flashiest moments are often brutal knockouts or slick submission finishes. But a surprising number of fights actually go to decision, meaning judges score the fight after all rounds are completed. Judges evaluate fighters based on multiple criteria: the number of strikes landed, control of the fight, aggression, and defensive skills. A fighter doesn't always need a highlight reel finish to win. Sometimes outworking their opponent with consistent pressure, smart movement, and tactical control secures victory. This means endurance, fight IQ, and strategy are just as crucial as power and skill. Many fights are tactical chess matches where the fighter with the better game plan and conditioning takes the win after 5 grueling rounds. 5. Some fighters have secret injuries they fight through. One of the most shocking things about MMA is how many fighters step into the cage hiding injuries no one outside their camp knows about. Broken ribs, torn ligaments, damaged joints, and even impaired eyesight. Fighters often conceal these to avoid being pulled from fights or losing sponsorships. The mental toughness to fight through pain and physical limitations is next level. They push their bodies beyond normal limits, ignoring discomfort and risking worsening injuries. Some even get stitches or medical treatment between rounds and keep going. This raw grit and pain tolerance is a huge part of what makes MMA fighters special. They're battling not just their opponent, but also their own bodies, pain, and fears. Even if you think you know MMA inside and out, these facts reveal how much goes on behind the scenes. It's a sport built on sacrifice, brutal discipline, and unbelievable grit. The more you learn, the more you respect every fighter risking it all inside that cage.